त्यक्त्वा रूपमाद्यं प्रभवति जगतो अनेकधानुग्रहाय प्रक्षीणक्लेशराशिर्विषमविषधरो अनेकवक्त्रसुभोगी सर्वज्ञानप्रसूतिर्भुजगपरिकर प्रीतये यस्य नित्यम् देवो हि सहस्रो भव्यात् सितविमलतनुर्योगदो योगयुक्तः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. Gently bow your head down. Bring yourself to the class. Prepare yourself for the session. When you feel ready, gently lift your head up. Open your eyes. Namaste. We have discussed about the term avidya for numerous times now. Yes. Don't you think this avidya is similar to something we studied in the first part of the vritti? Which vritti would you think avidya is similar to?
Viparya.
Viparya. Excellent. So when we look at avidya, the first thought that should come to us is viparya. Then why viparya is again separated from avidya? What is the difference between the two? Similarity is seen. What is the difference? When we talk about viparya, we are looking at samadhi pada, where the level of the seeker is advanced, and viparya is occasional wrong. But when we look at the sadhana pada and when we look at avidya, avidya is constant in the form of kleshas. So why do we call this as viparya? Because for an advanced seeker, it's an occasional experience. But when we look at the Yoga Ruksha, just starting the journey, we see avidya is constant and also giving birth to other kleshas. This must be noted specifically. Yes, where did we stop yesterday? Which was the sutra? Yes. We will chant 6 and then we will go on to verse 7. Drigadarshana Shaktayorekatma
शक्ते योगे आत्मा
Ete Vasmita.
एते वास्मिता.
What was Asmita we saw?
Asmita is
Taking the cosmic intelligence as individual intelligence. Means where there is supposed to be the connection only, we're trying to establish a control. That is the difference between universal intelligence and individual intelligence, or cosmic individual intelligence and the individual intelligence. We will move on to sutra number 7. Sukhanushai ragaha.
Sukhanushai ragaha.
Sukhanushai ragaha. Next sutra talks about raga. What is this raga? Sukha bijasya sukhanusmruti purvah sukhe tatsadhane vayo gardastrushna lobha sa ragah iti. So what is this raga? I should always remain happy. मैं सदा खुश रहूं. सदा मैं खुश रहूं. This is raga. I should always be happy. This comes from where is this feeling coming? I should always be happy. Meaning, I should always be in enjoyment of the world. From this enjoyment of the world is coming the feeling, I must always be happy. So, when we talk about raga, there are three types of raga. Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. Under raga, we see three types. First is Gardaha. Gardaha.
That is Sattvic.
Sattvic. Garda. Second, Rajasic. Trishna. Entire Jainism talks about Krishna. Trishna. 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 Trishna or desire. What is this Trishna? Sukh ka abhav, or the absence of the feeling of happiness. The moment you say, I am not happy, you are in Trishna, in longing, in wanting of something.
Wanting,
Wanting,
okay.
in want or in
Not that
longing of the
realization. It's
sukha.
wanting. That wanting. Okay.
So, Trishna and Tamasik is Lobha. Lobha, lust. At the gross level. Yes. So, at the subtle level, we see Gardaha. Very subtle form in good sattvic things.
Certain level.
Yes. So Gardaha, almost negligible. That's fine.
Example.
Desire, longing when it comes to even scriptures or spiritual ambitions. Some people have even spiritual ambitions. So what they're doing is right, but there is a lot of avidya, asmita still is. So Gardaha is, you can see sattvic, but also boosting the ego at the same time. Strong attachment. So, oh, I am a yogi. Why nobody gave me a garland when I started the satsang? Nobody asked me for a good seat. Nobody asked me a glass of water. I am this great yogi. I am so and so. Why did they, not give me any sweet, or why did they not introduce me correctly? I am a vidwan. I have so many degrees. How could they forget 2, 3? This is also observed. So we don't usually consider it, but it is there. We call it Gardaha. Second, Trishna. Like we have the thirst for water. Absence of water in the body is resultant for the thirst. So absence of the object I long for is experienced strongly. Sense object. Krishna, desire. And finally, we see Lobha, Tamasic. The abhav, or this absence of the object, should not be felt by me ever again. In order for that, I again and again want to recreate the experience of sense object desire, because I don't want to experience the absence of it. So for now, I have whatever I need, but I don't want to have the absence of it even once. Lobha, Tamasic.
So is it like normally in when we have Indian culture, they'll be like, oh, this person has so much love. It's like just one thing, even though they have,
they
they just want
still
to
want
keep
want. Keep wanting. But it is purely psychological. The person who is in lobha, you can never see this person content, no matter how much they have. You cannot provide them with contentment, no matter what you give them. So this is tamasic aspect of raga, which is attachment. What is raga? Attachment.
But where is this rising from?
Avidya. Avidya giving birth to all the four. Asvita. Raga, Dvesha.
This tamasic one, the lobe, that although I have an object, I still want more of it. Where is that rising?
Now you are thirsty, you drank water. But you immediately went to the tap and filled the water, even when there was half water in it. That is where it is rising. So not only for the next time, even for the next time, I am thirsty. That means, one, I am not in the present moment. Where am I? In the future. I don't trust the universe enough to provide me with what I want in what time. That is observed. Yes.
Raga, the sattvic form of Raga is Gandha.
Mhm.
Can I relate to this experience where I had some experience during meditation and then I've been longing to have that experience?
Absolutely.
again?
Yes, yes. Any experience that you have in meditation, there should be no attachment with it. Just observe what it is. I want to experience it again, Garda.
So it's like a positive experience that you still, it's like a good for you, but you still want to feel that.
Yes. This is about Raga. Now, coming on to Sutra 8. Dukkhanushayi dveshaha.
Dukhanushayi
dveshaha.
Dukkhanushayi dveshaha.
Dukhanushayee dveshah.
भाष्यम दुःखाभिजस्य दुःखानुस्मृति पूर्वा दुःखे तत्साधने वा यः प्रकीर्तो मन्यु जिज्ञासा क्रोधः सद्वेष under dvesha what do we see again 3 manyuhu MANYU manyuhu मानसिक द्वेष mental level manyuhu
That's mansik.
so what I don't like brings me pain when there is no action done simply what I don't like brings me pain. Manu.
Ma'am, I have a question. This thinking. Oh no, you can continue. I can ask later after this if you want to finish.
Manu.
Okay.
Any object which I don't like, something brings up that memory, that thought, and there is pain. Even in reality, none of that is happening. Just simply simply something that I don't. So that has become the cause of suffering. That is the state of Manu. This is also Sattvic state. Manu is still Sattvic. We are going to see more than that.
Ma'am, Manu is Sattvic state. you said?
Out of Dvesha also, why I'm saying Manyu, none of these I would say are purely Sattvic, but observed even in Sattvic. When I say Sattvic for Raga and Dvesha, so it's seen that it's even observed in Sattvic. Manyu.
Hmm.
Then Jighansa. 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 Killing. Destroying. Something I do not like, that's not enough. I want to take a step further to destroy it. Jighansa. Because as long as it exists in the same time and space, I cannot be happy, I am convinced. It was seen once. One student, another classmate was very bright in the class. Always the topper. The one who came second never had a chance to be the topper. So when the boy who was always first in the class was walking down the corridor, the one who was standing up pushed a flower pot which hit the head. And the suffering was so bad with the bleeding of the brain and so on, that the other boy simply could not regain the memory again, or have the same intellectual level. So what is this example? Jighansa. Where not liking and suffering is not enough, I'm convinced that it cannot exist in the same time frame as I do. Jighansa. Third, Krodha. Anger.
Can you repeat that again? The last word? Krodh?
Four will be there. This is third. Krodha. Anger.
Krodha. Okay.
स्वयं और दूसरे का नाश, क्रोध और anger. I will hurt myself also and the other person also. Both is anger. So I should also suffer and the other person should also suffer. Both.
मैम ये सारे इंटेंस हैं काफी, like extreme.
पर है ना?
Yes, it's all extreme, but yeah.
Ma'am,
वो
can I ask?
पढ़ने में extreme लगते हैं. They seem extreme when we are studying it, but we have actually been through that so many times.
Yeah.
Yes. True.
Ma'am, can I ask you something? So, ma'am, Krodha Dvesha is can also be like Asmita, right? Like Ahankar, maybe like, how can I?
Asmita is everywhere. Once we cross Asmita, from Avidya was born Asmita. Now both Avidya Asmita went to Raga. Now both Avidya Asmita Raga went to Vesha and so on. They go on it.
Yeah, I think my question is not clear. My thoughts are not clear yet. Sorry, ma'am.
No problem. When you're listening for the first time, maybe you will get the answer. If not, just write. Don't worry. So, I-ness is going to be there in Raga also, Vesha also, both. And Abhinivesh also. All these five are together. What did we study? How do they come? They come together. So, Krodha. I also should suffer. I don't mind if I'm suffering with the other person. Both should suffer. That is Krodha. What happens when we are angry? We are also in great suffering. So, choice of anger is this choice, third, highly tamasic choice, where suffering is for both people. Otherwise, Manyu and Jighansa, you are unaffected. Especially in Jighansa, you are in a very calm state of mind, just want the other person to suffer. But heavier than that is Krodha. where you're okay suffering along with the other person. And finally, the fourth one, pratigata, pratighata, Prati, pratighata, Pratighata, pratighata. In English, if you try to write, pratighata. बांधने या नाश करने की इच्छा, बांधने या नाश करने की. If a snake bites me, I should kill the snake immediately. So fear along with anger, both. Vengeance, you can say, yes.
बाद और
बांधने की इच्छा, बांध.
टाइम. अच्छा.
No. To actually attack. बांधने की इच्छा. To restrain, to attack.
बांधने और मारने नहीं.
बांधने की इच्छा, यही द्वेष है. These are the dvesha. Dvesha. How many dvesha? 4. First is Manyu. What happens in Manyu?
You just think it brings you pain.
What I don't like starts bringing me suffering. Next is Jighansa. I am not suffering,
Someone else.
but I am convinced that as long as the object of dvesha exists, I cannot be happy. I am convinced. This is Rajasic mode, where you are propelled to act. And the last two are Tamasic. Krodha and Pratighata. Krodha and Pratighata. Difference between Jighansa and Pratighata. In Jighansa, the other person has not done anything to you. When it comes to Pratighata, somebody has in some way disturbed your asmita at any level. And you will only feel happy after you do the same. Sage Patanjali says, these are known as Dveshaha. Khanushayi Dveshaha. Dukkha, pain. Dvesha, aversion. Pain that comes from not liking something. Therefore, for this specifically, what we had practiced, Maitri, Karuna, Mudito, you remember? Daily practice that in any of this moment, neither there will be a feeling of Jighansa or Pratik, nor Krodh. Even if there is some Dvesha, it will still be at a Sattvic level. In a minuscule way. We move on to the next picture.
Sorry.
Yes.
You said in Jighansa, the difference is that the other person has not done anything to you. You said that, right? But the example, for example, you gave of the student, of course, the other student had caused that insecurity to that.
Somebody is doing good. They are not related to you.
And kind of someone is doing something, like they're not actively doing something, but they're passively affecting us. So definitely there is, like, if we don't know the person at all, we are not going to harm them, right?
No, not necessarily.
Jealousy.
Take some time to reflect on this. Listen to the discourse again. Take some time. You will understand. Sutra number 9. Swarasavahi vidushopi
Sarasavahi Vishusopi
tatha rudho abhiniveshaha
Tadha Anubho Abhiviveshaha
Swarasavahi vidosho api tatha rudho abhiniveshaha.
स्वाहि विशोपितायुः अभिविशेषः
Swa is own. Rasa potency. Swa is own. Rasa potency. Vahi carrying or bearing. Vidushaha the possessor of wisdom. Wise. Api even. Tatha also. Rudaha pervaded. Grown. Established. Abhinivesha clinging to life. Clinging to life affects even the wise. The last klesha affects even whom? The wise. The wisest of person who knows the exact date when I'm going to die still has this clinging to me, fear of death. From where has this fear of death come, Abhinivesha? The first time where we have experienced a small child. We try to fling the child up or try to push the child down. Even a small child will feel fearful. So from where is this knowledge of fear and death coming without dying, even in the smallest of child? It is the experience of many, many births. And that clinging to life. I want to live every day. I don't want to die. From where is this coming? This Abhinivesha from the past samskaras experience. So Abhinivesha is present even in the Vidushi and the Mudha. Let's see what is the Bhashyam. Sarvasya pranina iyamatmashin bhavati मान भुवम भूयासम मैं कभी मरू ही ना इति न चानुभूत मरण धर्म कस्येषा भवत्यास्मिषि एताया च पूर्वजन्म अनुभव प्रतीयते स चायम अभिनिवेशः क्लेशः स्वरसवाही कुमरो अपि जातमात्रस्य प्रत्यक्ष अनुमानागम संभवितो मरणत्रास उच्छेदवदृष्टयात्मकः पूर्वजन्मानुभूतं मरणदुःखः मनुमापयति. So even the one who is a shastrajya, who knows the greatest of shastras, tattvajya, who knows the different tattvas, different spoken about in different philosophies, and tattvanishta, who has even experienced many of these tattvas, still has sukshma clinging to them. So Abhinivesha, we see, is present equally in Yoga Rudha and Yoga Ruksha. Why was it not revealed in the first pada? Because most of them were for Yoga Ruksha. But from Yoga Ruksha and Yoga Rudha, if we see the one very similar connection still is the Abhinivesha. This sutra confirms rebirth theory. This sutra in the Yoga Sutras confirms the rebirth theory. I should not die. What is it that I'm sticking on to, clinging on to? What is it that I'm trying to hold on to? And why is this happening? This sutra explains. So, Abhinivesha, clinging to life, is going to be with us till the end, until moksha. Once you are mukta, once this sanskara becomes dagda bija, then there is no. But until then, this is going to follow us. This is also known as Sukshma Klesha. Sukshma Klesha. Therefore, we see the 10th sutra. Te prati prasavaheyaha sukshmaha. Te prati prasavaheyaha sukshmaha. Te prati prasvaheyaha sukshmaha.
Te prati
tasvaheyaha sukshmaha.
Te, what te? Panchakleshaha dagda bija kalpa yoginishchar ita adhikare chetasi praline sah tanevastam gachanti. Sukshma klesha, along with all of these, even the sukshma, ya chittalaya ke dwara, he ya tyajya hai, all these 5 kleshas must be discarded. 5 kleshas must be discarded. How to discard them? What is the process of discarding them? Keep writing. This is our notes. This is not this. First step is to make them dormant. How to remove the kleshas? Shithil karna, shant karna, shithil karna. Make them dormant by karma yoga and kriya yoga. First step to remove them is to try to make them dormant, settled, steady, calm, reduction. Through karma yoga and kriya yoga. Once shithalikaran is over, make them subtle or sukshma, lesser, fine, by Purusha Khyati and Shastra Jnana, listening from the Guru, and Purusha Khyati. What is the self and what is not? Constantly meditating on that. Shastra Jnana from the Guru, listening to the scriptures, and Purusha Khyati, who I consider to be I or myself. This must be contemplated. This makes the kleshas sukshma, subtle. So from gross, we pacified them, got them to sukshma. So this is what this sutra is trying to tell us. Te pancha klesha dagda bija kalpa yoginas chitta adhikare chetasi praline sah tanevastam gachanti te prati prasvaheyaha sukshmaha. Those ones which have become sukshma. After that, what do you do? Chittalaya. Right? Chittalaya. Prati prasvaha. Chittalaya. How to do Chittalaya? Complete. Contraction or lessening of the chitta, lightness of the chitta. How can it be achieved? Hita cheta vanga manasi. Hita cheta vanga manasi means what? Whatever you are trying to speak, hold them onto the tongue, वाणी. सकल शब्दों को वाणी में ग्रहण कर लो. Whatever you are speaking every day, try to hold as much as you can on the tongue, most of the words. The moment you are able to achieve this, वाणी को मन में ले जाओ. Whatever you have held on the tongue, try to bear it at the level of emotions. So whatever you feel like speaking, out of which emotion is this rising? Before speaking or before the word is being born, you take the words on the tongue in the first stage. Instead of speaking, you pause speaking. After pausing, you take them where? In the state of emotions. From which emotion is this rising? From there, you take it further. मन को बुद्धि में ले जाओ. This emotion is rising from which of the kleshas? So मन को बुद्धि में. Take the emotion to the buddhi. From there, take it where? बुद्धि को अव्यक्त में. The knowledge that you have heard from the scriptures, the unmanifested. Take that understanding to the unmanifested vrittis. See if you can connect them with any of the vrittis. Check if you can apply pramana at this stage. Check if you can have the neti neti. How permanent is this, whatever I am thinking or feeling? From there, finally, take it to avyakta ko purush mein. Is this the quality of the consciousness? Finally, is this the quality of the consciousness, the purusha? इसको कहते हैं चित्त लय की प्रक्रिया. That means you worked on the karma indriya and jnana indriya first. The speech, karma indriya, jnana indriya. From there you came to manas. From manas you came to ahamkara. From ahamkara to mana. This is known as pratiprasava sadhana. Pratiprasava sadhana. Prati. Prasvaha. गुणानाम प्रतिप्रस्वः. सूत्र नंबर 2 and 3. गुणानाम प्रतिप्रस्वः. Open the first and second sutra. चित्तवृत्ति निरोध. Do you see गुणानाम प्रतिप्रस्वः in the book that you have of Patanjali's Yoga Sutra? In Chitta Vritti Nirodha and Tadadrushtu Swarupe Avasthanam. Which page? 30. This Gunanam Pratiprasvaha is what I told you, the entire method. The Pratiprasvaha sadhana. How to do it? Through Karma Yoga and Kriya Yoga. Make the kleshas dormant. After making the kleshas dormant, listen to Shastra Jnana from the Guru. Develop Purusha Khyati. Those who have studied 300 hours, we studied Viveka, Vairagya, Ashtaka Samadhi and Mumukshutva, 4-fold prerequisites. Work on those. From there, move on to Chittalaya. By you're actually entering the chitta. This is very, very important. Star mark it for your own sadhana. How to do Chittalaya? How to ensure you're above Sattva, Rajas and Tamas? Whatever words you feel like speaking, hold them on the tongue. Once you hold them on the tongue, further try to go to the root from which emotion is it rising. Once you understand the emotion, further try to go to the more subtle aspect of it, which is the vritti, which is still in me, that's bringing up that emotion. Is it smriti, memory of the past, or what is it? Further then go to intellect, buddhi, and from intellect buddhi go to the avyakta, unmanifested. What do I not know? Meditate on what do I not know? Neti neti. And finally, avyakta ko purush me. See if whatever you are experiencing is the quality of the consciousness. This repetitive practice leads to Gunanam Prati Prasvaha, as mentioned in Sutra 2nd and 3rd. The intention from Chitta Vritti Nirodha to Tadadrashtu Swarupe Avasthanam. This is the process. We will conclude here for today. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gently bow your head down. Feel grateful for this learning. When you're ready, gently lift your head up. Open your eyes. Namaste.